This absolute stunner of a view is in Parque Nacional Chapada Diamantina. It's located about 6-hour bus journey away from Salvador, and it's in the state of Bahia. We consider it to be an absolute must in Brazil.
There's loads of free treks, waterfalls, natural pools and slides. It's basically an adult nature adventure park. We'll show you those different things, plus the crazy locals. Now, before arriving in Chapada, we were a little confused about what towns to stay in, so we'll shed a little light on that as well for you. And finally, you'll see what can go wrong if you're not prepared for a 12-kilometre hike.
From Salvador today we took a bus that was like 6-7 hours, and we've come to this place now, which is Parque Nacional Chapada Diamantina. I think I'm saying that right. And so yeah, 6-7 hours on the bus, but we're still in the same state. So this is the state of Bahia, and this place is absolutely beautiful. A lot of Brazilian local people have told us to come here, saying it's their favourite place in the whole of Brazil and it's amazing. So this national park is the size of a European country, so it's massive, and you can go on hikes, you can abseil, you can go quad bikes, you can go caving, and yeah, there's loads to do. So tomorrow we're going on a tour.
And that tour looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, we should be swimming in a lot of water, like a lot of natural pools and caves, which should be cool. And there's one point which I'm really excited about. Sunset is like this classic view. If you Google this place, you'll see the picture straight away. It's like these almost like Table Mountains, a bit like Table Mountain in South Africa. All these table mountains, forest everywhere. It looks quite spectacular. So looking forward to it. High hopes for tomorrow. So at the moment, we're not being very good with our budget. We don't really talk about it much on these films we're making, but we're trying to stick to £30 a day. So that's for 2 people, so really it's £15 each, and that's accommodation, activity, food, everything. And when we couch surf, it's actually quite easy because we can spend like £10 or £15 in a day, or maybe with our couch surfing host we'll go out for drinks and we'll buy them a couple of drinks. It doesn't cost much money, so it's actually quite doable. But when we pay for accommodation, we're normally spending like £20 straight away, and then we're screwed really. But right now in Brazil, where we are now, we are fucking the budget up big time. Like, I don't even want to think about how much we spent, because today we spent like 20 quid each on the bus here. Spending, I think it's like 20 or 30 pound on accommodation. We booked a tour for tomorrow, which is like, we just spent like 100 quid. Yeah, that's gone, see you later. And we're about to have dinner, so it's not even worth thinking about, but I'm having a good time, so I don't care.
I believe you can die. You're welcome.
That guy there? Yep, the one talking about dying is our tour guide for the day. His name is Raul, and he's an absolute lad. We started the day by doing a 20-minute hike to Poço do Diabo Waterfall.
Through your veins, it's like kryptonite. 'Cause the sun is shining up above, and the night is just as young as both of us. So let's just stay together, make our own forever, be my guilty pleasure. Your love is both mine. I'm gonna see the stars in your eyes.
Esmalte da mata. Esmalte silvestre.
And what do you do with it?
Look here. If you pass in the after a little time, gonna be orange for a long time.
The place that we just went to, so the water's quite yellowy because of all the minerals that are surround it, and kind of turns it a yellow colour.
Yeah, the minerals in the rock, there's a lot of iron in the rock. But how good was that? I really enjoyed it.
So
the water was so fresh and like a nice temperature.
Yeah.
It was so good, I love that.
At first we weren't sure if we were going to go in, but as soon as we got in we was like, this is so cool, I'm so glad we're here.
Brilliant.
So we're about to go into Gruta da Fumaça, which is like caves where they have stalagmites and stuff like that. It's the sort of thing we saw in Ibiza and
It's in one cave.
around Asia. Yeah, so we're not as excited about this one, but you never know, we might learn something new. And then later on we're going to be going to some other things, so let's go.
Raul,
Oi?
vem próximo de mim aqui. Eu já dou um
E ela
cheiro.
tá nos caras?
Cada um tá falando.
reclamando, pô.
Ah,
35 pessoas. This is the column, what we can see. This is the second more old column in the world. In the world, no, sorry, in Brazil. And that is 270,000 years old. Very, very old.
para fazer um samba.
Sempre são música em Brasil.
Sim, sempre, muito.
So there's always music in Brazil, everywhere.
Yeah, even
Assim, yes. Joga uma capoeira aí pra eles verem, joga aí, joga.
Pula aí, Brunozinho. To kill the insects.
Oh, repellent.
Yeah.
I need that.
Smell? That is a good smell.
Is it
Fruta.
Umbu.
Umbu.
The name of the fruit is umbu. Yeah.
Can you make juice?
Yeah, that is juice. Try it with her. Okay.
looks like a tomato. Ooh. Is it sour?
That's a bit better than the one over there. I think it's
It's
good.
good.
Yeah, I think it's good. Can you eat the skin?
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
I don't know what it is. I'm bad at describing flavours.
It smells like an apple.
What did you try? Try now.
What do you think? What does it taste like?
No, man?
Bah, je me suis fait piquer le mien.
Yes, let's go.
I've never had it.
Yeah, unique.
For you, man.
There you go. You
Obrigado.
You're welcome. That's nossa filho.
Oi.
Okay, guys,
Isso?
welcome.
Pimentão.
Enjoy here,
Pimentão.
okay?
Ah,
And in 5
Pimenta,
minutes, you can sit on the table.
Pra fazer
on the
pra
chair,
preparar o macarrão.
relax.
E branco? Isso?
alho e sal.
Vou lá buscar
It's
outro.
garlic and salt.
It's good to take a picture with the camera because it's better. Okay, good. You can take a picture or
yeah. Small shells.
you can see
Big rounded shells. Yeah.
the pH.
Oh, pH level, yeah.
Yeah. If you put this stone, this rock inside of the water, stay in the middle.
Oh, it
Yeah.
floats.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
Like-
middle. Wow.
like a medicine for the water.
Oh.
But here we can see a little.
Oh, it stays in the middle of the pH level.
This is what we can see, very, very small.
While Amy was snorkeling in this cave with a turtle, this is what I was doing.
But I wanted to have a go of that as well.
Amy, how do you feel? You're about to do the zip line.
A little bit. I don't really know what's going on. Like this. So you just walk off.
Just go.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's gonna take my way.
It will. Yeah, you drop at first, but then you're fine.
So should I like run off it?
Yeah.
Here or here? Okay.
Go. Whoopa. Woo! Yeah! we relaxed here for a few hours while our guide Raul taught some of the group capoeira, which is an African-Brazilian martial art that combines dance, acrobatics and music. We then made our way to our final stop, Pai Inácio. After fun swimming in waters and pools and caves and ziplining, we're now doing the part that I've been looking forward to. This part, I believe, is called Pai Inácio, and this is the famous shot really of the national park. If you Google it, you'll see it straight away, and it looks spectacular, so let's hope it lives up to the hype.
I can feel it still.
Pai Inácio, this rocky mountain, is named after a slave. His name was Ignacio, and the story goes that he worked for the local man in the area on his plantation, but he was actually in love with the man's daughter, and she was also in love with him. The only way for him to be free was to go to the top of the mountain, throw himself off, so everyone thought he died, but he survived, which meant he was a free man and he was able to live happily with the love of his life.
Now, as Nick said, the man from the story jumped off the mountain, and as this man, Zhao, was telling the story, he actually jumped off the mountain as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for translating.
You're welcome. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm a new guide in front of his experience. You know, I came from Rio 7 years ago.
Wow.
And what he's telling, what I feel. I'm raising my kids here. My wife, she's from here, and I don't return to big cities just to have fun. You know, I will not get out from Chapada no more.
Wow.
Has some energy that grabs you.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you're gonna return
definitely.
one day.
Eu amo este lugar. Chapada Diamantina really is a special place. We think it's officially our favourite place on this entire planet. It's a completely unspoilt gem. So after a beautiful sunset and before heading home, Raul, our guide, showed us some tricks.
Yeah! Got it.
Dia 2 in Chapada Diamantina. It's day 2 in Chapada Diamantina.
Good Portuguese. So yes, the next day after our epic tour yesterday, and it really was such a good day. It was really special. One of the best days of the trip. I still think our day in Cappadocia in Turkey was my favourite day of this whole trip, but I think Amy has a different opinion.
No, I think it's either here or the Wadi Rum Desert in Jordan. I can't choose between those two, but yeah, the day you said is definitely up there as well. Yeah, it's too hard to choose.
Yeah, but yesterday was a special day, I think, in my top 3. And today we've had a bit more of a sleep in because yesterday was such a busy day, a bit more rest, and we're going out for a walk on our own today. So
adventure!
What are we hoping to see today?
I actually don't know how to say it. It's Ribeirão do Meio, I think. It's like a natural water slide. So we're walking by ourselves. We've found a little route that you can do by yourself without a guide, because they recommend that you have a guide in most of the trips here. But we think it's about a 4-kilometre walk, and yeah, it's a natural slide and it looks quite fun.
So let's see what we find. I'm going to put the camera away because it's really hard to walk and film without tripping over. I almost tripped over once.
Homem, desculpa. Desculpa. Are you from Sao Paulo?
Sim. Me. No. How's it I?
Eu
Paulista.
I'm a Paulista. Eu sou Paulista.
Eu sou Paulista.
Paulisto, you're a man.
Eu sou Paulisto. I'm blown away by how amazing this place is, and we've just done a little walk. We found a natural pool, an actual slide, and there's hardly anyone here. Like if this was in Southeast Asia, this place would be rammed and it would be ruined.
Yeah, definitely. And I just had a little count of how many people are here, including us. There's 9 people here. And this space is massive. Like there's a pool over here where we can go down the slide, but there's loads of other pools down there. It's really big and there's 9 people here. So cool.
I can't believe it. I didn't think places like this actually existed, but it's amazing. Like Brazil's got it all. If you can't tell by now, we like Brazil. It's amazing.
Eu amo Brasil. So the water here is loads of different colours. This particular one's kind of orangey, and that's because of the minerals that are coming from around the area. But yeah, when you're in it, it makes you very orange. Looks like you're tanned. I definitely look like an Essex girl now. And if you don't know why I'm saying that, Essex girls are known for being orange and fake. Way.
Go back home, go. That's where you belong. You should go.
We spent most of the day sliding down Ribeirão do Meio, taking snaps for the gram and hanging out with this local guy. He's there most days, having the time of his life. This guy is mental.
I don't know why, I just came up with the idea that I'm going to be a sports commentator as I go down. A little bit like Ski Sunday, if you've seen that. They like ski down the hill or mountain while they're commentating on what it's like. So I'm going to do that for you so you know what it's like to go down this waterfall. Okay, right, I'm accidentally sliding down now with Diddley, so I'm trying to move on to the water flow. And in 3, 2, 1, she's going to go down now. Okay, we're hitting over 2 bumps down, right into the middle. Ah! And she's finished. Ah! Oh God. That went up my nose. So we're both going to commentate now. 2 commentators on 1 waterfall. Ready? Holding hands.
Let's go.
We can do this. And, oh my God, and we're setting off. We're going relatively slow.
We're coming in for a dramatic finish. It is really amazing here, and the water's such a nice temperature, and it feels like the water's nice and clean, so I think it's fine. There's a few fish swimming around, but I just keep thinking, I really hope you don't get one of them bugs, like them little worm kind of things that swim up your penis. Like, that's a real thing. I've seen a program on that before. I think you can even get it just by being out the water and like peeing into the water. So I keep thinking about that, but apart from that, this place is so amazing. Over the following days, we spent our time exploring more of the national park and discovering different fresh water pools to cool down in before heading to another part of the park.
After 3 days in Lençóis, we've just arrived in a place called Valle do Capão, which is in like the same national park. So it's the national park which is called Chapada Diamantina, and we've just arrived and it's such a cool place. So we loved Lençóis. Really like busy little town, but like not too many people. It's still very rural, but then we've come here, Valle do Capão, and it's like way more rural.
Another level.
It's like yoga land, and as soon as we arrived, Nick was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you to leave this place. It's so beautiful, and we've just found our room. Have a look at this. Beautiful bed, mosquito net, which is the first one I've seen since we've been traveling. Oh guys, it's so beautiful, and we have a little balcony out here which has a hammock. Yes. And I think in their garden this is like a little vegetable patch, which I really hope, because own produce, that's like life standards. Look at that view as well. Oh my God, I've fallen in love, Nick. The easiest way to get in and out of Valle do Capão is from a town called Palmeiras, and there's no ATM here either, so make sure you come with plenty of cash. As we said, we're in a place called Valle do Capão, and today we are going on a little hike to a waterfall. It is the most famous waterfall here, and it's 12 kilometers round trip, and the waterfall is called Cachoeira do Fumaçal.
Now,
it's called Cachoeira do Fumaçal. I keep saying Fumaçal. And it's called Cachoeira de Fumaçal.
hey, that's it. We got there. So there are lots of guides in the area, you know, offering their services, and it's quite expensive. And I looked at the map and I thought we can do that ourselves. So it's proper adventure, just me and Amy into the wilderness. If you're watching this, that means we made it back and we survived. If they're not watching this, we're in trouble.
We've just entered the trail up to the waterfall, and as we were entering it I was just saying to Nick, like, it's so different that this place is free. So there's no entrance fee into the park or anything, and no one's asked us for any money apart from accommodation and food, obviously. But as we were just walking in, there was this building and it said like go in, and you have to sign in, especially if you're not with a guide. So I'm going uphill, I'm pretty naked already. Woo. But then they were like, you know, you can make a voluntary I've forgotten the word, donation. You can make a voluntary donation, and obviously we did, because like I said, no one's asked us for money, and the guy was like, I'm working here voluntary today. He wasn't pushy, he was really sweet about it, but he says the money looks after the toilets and like the path and stuff.
If we don't sign out, then they know to come find us.
Yeah, so they might save us in like a day or two, so maybe that little bit of money was helpful.
So we're quite high up now. The trail has been quite clear because we're not with a guide. I was worried that suddenly the trail might disappear, but it's quite clear. A lot of rocks, a lot of steps, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's such a beautiful place. It's all good.
And we're very glad it's not blazing sun today, because it's still very hot, isn't it? It's quite sweaty and humid.
Very warm, but yeah, like you said, there's plenty of shade, which is very nice. And a nice breeze keeps coming every now and then. Going, go closer to the edge.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
This national park is absolutely amazing. It just blows us away.
Yeah, every time we think it can't get any better, like, it does. Every day's been amazing, like, and it keeps kind of topping the day before. But yeah, this place is incredible.
We would definitely recommend you to do this particular walk. Like I said, this is the most famous waterfall here, and I think I'll be pronouncing it wrong. It's Capoeira de Fumaça, not Fumaça.
Good.
Fumaça. There you go.
And from Valle do Capão, you can do it yourself. Like,
yeah.
the walk is quite obvious. It's a nice trek. The path, you can see where you're going. You don't need to pay for a guide. Everywhere around here there's water to get in and cool off, and it looks really brown and disgusting, but it's actually quite red. Yeah, because of the minerals in the rock, but it's so nice and refreshing. How's it feel, Amy?
Just finished our hike. Nick, what happened at the end?
Oh, you know. Well, like, we were quite short on water, and about, I don't know, a third of the way still to go, we'd run out of water, and it was really hot in the sun, and we were just like, oh my god, like, we've been caught short, really. And then by the end of it, we were desperate for a drink.
Yeah, we were severely dehydrated, and like, we weren't talking to each other, we were just like trying to get down the mountain, and that was a really steep bit as well, the bit at first. And yeah, we was going down, and after we both said to each other, our eyesight started to go, like, everything became really bright, and for me everything was shaking. I couldn't really see where I was trying to walk, and we were walking on rocks as well. So yeah, but we got down to the water hole, and we was like, ah! We needed that water. That was intense.
Fica loucona e se joga pra gente. Vai fazer assim pra ela. Vai com o bumbum tam tam. Vem com o bumbum tam tam tam. Vai mexe o bumbum tam tam.
Next time on What the Faux, we're going to show you some carnival fun.
I can feel it still.